It's Julia Renee.
And Kendall Aaliyah. Welcome back to the Know Your Power podcast. Hi, welcome back.
Hi.
How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Was that it's supposed to be asked to me?
Sure.
Okay. You good?
I'm good.
Did I already ask you that?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's how today's gonna go. We got an episode today.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be an episode about something.
I really hope so.
About something good.
We don't know what it is.
I'm
yet.
losing my cookies.
I really like
cookies
this.
Sound good.
I really, just as your friend and observer, love this stage for you.
The losing it.
Because I feel like I'm always losing it just on a mental level and you always have it together. So it's really fun being I feel like I have my life together right now.
I am an adult. I have a good amount of calories in my system.
It'll be worth. I feel like these are the types of episodes we should do, the what peak week actually feels like type of videos, because you're watching it live,
This is it.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You guys still there?
Hello?
Is this thing on?
Are you guys there? I think I moved my eyelash. Anyways, we have another listener success.
Okay.
That I really wanted to read. Okay, this one says, Julia and Kendall. Julia. I just got... It says Julia and Kendall, and then Julia.
It does say that. I thought you were losing it. It does say.
Julia. I discovered your channel about 2 years ago and have watched every video since. I have always... 2 years ago, my God. I'm sorry. I have always had an interest in weightlifting, but never had the strength to be consistent. I had 2 kids by the time I was 22, and my body hasn't been the same since. I've struggled with post-depression and body image, even binge eating in private, not staying true to my word for goals. Fast forward to today, I'm 26, finally discovering my love for myself. I find myself listening to your podcast in the car daily, and it helped me gain confidence, motivation, and a positive mindset. My life is hard to focus on myself. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I just learned what that was. It's a SAHM. 2 kids, one with level 3 autism that requires substantial support. You taught me to stay true to myself, and that's what I'm doing. I have visions for myself and where I would like to be. One day I will walk on stage, and that is because of you 2. It's amazing what an impact you can have on someone you've never met. What a blessing.
That's so beautiful. The line about learning to love, finding herself and loving herself, that makes me want to cry and hug you and just be you deserve this so much.
Everything makes me want to cry these days.
That's so sweet.
It's 1 minute, I want to cry, and the next minute I'm mad.
Oh.
And then the next minute I'm like, why am I doing this? And then the next minute I'm like, I love this.
And that's bodybuilding.
And that's 9 days out.
Yeah, I'm going to watch this back when I'm 9 days out and losing it way harder than you and be like, wow, she was doing really great.
Literally, my last journal entry update was I'm losing it.
Just that.
And it's I watched it back because I was trying to find a thumbnail,
mm-hmm.
and the faces I was making, I was like, I really am losing it. So I'm sorry if you guys had to watch that. But today I wanted to talk about the simple phrase, if nothing changes, nothing changes.
Period.
And I know that it sounds really simple, but the mindset that you have, the life that you are living, the body that you have is a direct reflection of what you have been tolerating. I had this, I was going to say episode. That's what we're doing right now. This talk with the girls in the Know Your Power program. And it is such a simple phrase, but I remember when I was living a life that I wasn't proud of. I was drinking every weekend. I was smoking cigarettes. I was working at a job that I hated. I was in a toxic environment where, I loved my friends at the time and they were there, but we just kind of bitch to each other all the time. You know what I mean?
I get that. Yeah.
And it was just negative, but I remember feeling like I wanted something to change. I knew that I needed to treat my body better, the people around me better, that I wasn't the happiest person. wasn't the most pleasant to be around because I wasn't happy with where I was in my life. So of course I wasn't going to like project that out into the world. But the thing is I wasn't doing anything about it. I wasn't changing anything about what I was doing that equaled that life that I had right then.
I feel like a lot of it is compliancy and comfort, where we become so used to our situations where even if we dislike something or do recognize the red flags, it takes extra effort to actually want to like step out and go out and do something different and make that change.
It's so true.
Yeah, because I think that was me, like toxic relationship, didn't like essentially his friends because they were forced to be my only friends. I treated my family badly because I felt like it was one of those things where they knew I was stuck and I wasn't doing anything about it. And it's hard to watch a loved one go through that. So it was just like a lot of animosity towards everyone in my life at that time, where that's like one of the biggest for me, where even looking back at photos now, like you can see it in my face, you can see it in my body. Like I was swollen, I was stressed, I was unhappy. Like it's crazy reflecting now that I'd made change.
It is crazy that you can literally see. You can see it like in photos. Like now when I look back, I can see, you know, my shoulders kind of scrunched over. Like I wouldn't look at the camera. Like there's photos of me just looking straight up mad. And I've posted them on Instagram.
I was like,
before,
well, that's me now, but intentionally.
I know, but now it's a smolder.
Yeah, now it's a
smolder.
Sexy mad.
That reminds me, I have to show you a photo that I took yesterday at the gym. It was pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, now it's a smolder and it's for a purpose, okay? But before, like, I just looked mad, like angry because I was at point A and I felt like I wanted to be at point Z and I just like didn't know how to get there, but I wasn't doing anything about it. And it's because nothing was changing. I kept waking up and doing the same patterns and habits and was thinking the same thoughts that I did that brought me to that life that I was currently living. So if you want to be more confident and you want that to change, you got to speak differently to yourself. Right now, you might be looking in the mirror, picking apart your body, talking down to yourself in front of other people. Like we've all done that, right? Where you're just like, I suck, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And you got to stop doing that. That's the thing right there that needs to change if you want to have confidence. If you want to change your physique drastically. And what are you doing every weekend? You're drinking, going out with your friends, waking up on Monday, promising that you're going to start again. And then the cycle starts over. That needs to change. That's the thing that needs to change. So if nothing changes, nothing changes. Okay? That's the podcast episode. Okay, goodbye.
I feel like it could be because truly, I mean, those notes are so true, especially with the confidence. I think that one was the biggest one for me where I was like, okay, I really want to be a confident person. I started seeing like people in my life who had really good confidence and they walked into the room a certain way. And yet I kept making self-deprecating jokes. And I kept picking myself apart and I kept being mean to myself. And I would like never pay myself a compliment until I started thinking and learning about how do those people move? How do they treat themselves? Let's just try, even for like an hour a day, to embody that. And then like that became 2 hours a day and then 3. And then it's like, oh, now I am that person because I started doing that, almost like practice. You have to practice.
It's like you have to do the reps in order to you make change with your body in the gym. The same thing goes with reps in your mind. And it's so easy to want to cling to that past, version of you that you're trying to move past. Because this, like you said, it's all that you know. It's comfortable. It's safe. At least you know what to expect. And whenever you start making these shifts, new habits, new routines, new thought patterns, even maybe it's new situations or people, it's very uncomfortable because it completely questions everything that you know.
And every lie like you keep telling yourself.
That's true. Yeah. That's so true. And it is kind of hard because when you don't fully feel that yet, a lot of times it feels like you're lying to yourself. You're like, oh, but it's like, no, this is the work that you got to do in order to truly believe and embody this person that you are meant to be.
One of my favorite things I've seen that kind of is like a direct reflection of this is I saw a video the other day on Instagram. This girl had posted and she's filming herself like at a mall, like literally just selfie style on like an escalator. There's obviously people behind her, in front of her, coming up the other side. And she was like, the thing about filming in public is none of these people know if I have 1 follower or 1 million. True. And I was like, that's such a good point, where if maybe her goal is I want to be an influencer, start posting like an influencer. The people around you don't know you're not an influencer. Does that make sense? So that's in like a very like black and white demonstration, but that can literally relate to any avenue. Is the people around you don't know that you're not a bodybuilder yet, that you haven't stepped on stage yet. They don't know
it's
if
you're
what
the
your
one
goals
that's
are.
thinking that.
Yeah.
You're the one that's going, I am not a bodybuilder yet. I am not an influencer yet. Well, I'm not a confident person yet. You're the one that's thinking that.
No one else knows.
No. No.
But they can sense your energy when you don't believe in yourself.
You literally can.
Yep.
You literally can. It's very obvious.
Yep.
Like,
because I used to be that.
Yeah. When I look back at the first YouTube videos that I started making, hiding in my car because I was too embarrassed to even like talk on camera while Zach was in the room. And I am so proud of that girl because she made those first steps now to where I can turn on a camera and speak to it and not care if it's comes out wrong, if I'm losing a brain cell, or if I make a mistake. But it was because of that girl putting in the work to get to this point now. And maybe I'll look back again another 5-10 years.
I'm sure we will.
And hopefully be better. Speak better, word better.
Do better when calorie in body.
when food is had. So you can't be surprised when your results in your life doesn't change because you haven't changed yet. So those habits, those routines, those people, that job, that stupid ass boyfriend. Sorry, I've been cussing a lot more lately, and I apologize.
Okay, I kind of like that too.
I apologize. I try to keep my content for YouTube, everywhere, like very clean, not only from my mother.
Me too.
But because there's a lot of mothers that listen and watch, so I'm very mindful of that. But I've been a little unhinged lately, and some things have been coming out. But what I wanted to talk about next was this cycle of the choices that we make create the patterns that we live by, which sculpt our identity. I'm going to say that one more time. The choices that we make create the patterns that we live by, which sculpt our identity. So like, let's take fitness, for example. If you want to make big waves in your physique and your habits and showing up to the gym, whether it's putting on muscle mass, getting more confident, standing in front of the dumbbell section, like wearing that outfit that you really want, the choice that you're making right now might be, I'm hitting snooze instead of going to the gym.
Yep.
Or I'm telling myself that I am going to go train after work and I just keep going home.
Yep.
Or going to Whataburger.
Or once you do get home, it's like
you're like, I'm too tired
picking the
now.
couch, picking the TV.
Exactly. Yeah. Scrolling on your phone and wondering, crap, like I ran out of time. Yeah, but you used to scroll on your phone for an hour. Shoot. I love me a good scroll on the phone, but not at the cost of my gains. So that's the choice that you might be making right now. Now, the pattern is now because I've done that, I've skipped 3 workouts a week. And that could become 4, that could become 5. And the identity that starts to attach with that is I am somebody that struggles to stay consistent.
Yep.
So we see that the choice of, I know it might seem small, like these things might seem small, but they really add up. And they start creating these identities and beliefs that we have about ourselves and our capability to do things. So I am an alarm snoozer. Every day I say I'm going to wake up and go to the gym and I just keep not doing it. That adds to me being in the pattern of skipping the workouts that I already had scheduled or classes that I already had booked. And now I'm somebody that struggles to stay consistent. And you take that with you. Not only with just training, but like anything else that you want to do with your life.
Yeah. And that's a negative feeling in the body and a negative thing to think about yourself, that you don't even have like the capability of showing up for something.
Yeah. And that could be like, that translates. It really, really does. When I say bodybuilding is life, like I mean it in like a silly
Ball is
sense,
life.
but I mean it in like the tools that I have learned from bodybuilding, they help me in all areas of my life. And I mean that. Now, imagine if you took fitness and now the choice was, hold on, I have this written down because brain cells. I want to make sure that I get it right. The choice is now, okay, something needs to change here. So maybe it's I'm laying out my workout clothes the night before. I'm setting 2 alarms, or I'm setting my phone far away so that I can still hear it, but I actually have to get up to go and turn it off because I'm so used to just smacking it and turning the snooze. This was the biggest one for me. I would snooze my alarm 10 to 20 times. That's not even an exaggeration. And every day just wake up like in a panic. That's no way to start your day. And then I'm like, oh, well, I missed the gym. Now
you're starting with like a bad thing too. Yes. Not just how you're waking up, and now you're like almost mad at yourself for something straight up in the morning.
Yes. And then it's also, that just disrupts your sleep so much. Like waking up and going to sleep that many times, that's terrible.
Yeah.
So maybe now the choice is that you're going to do these things to set yourself up. Now the pattern is, now I'm hitting my morning gym sessions 4 times a week and I feel amazing. And the identity shift here is I am somebody that shows up no matter what.
Yep.
Versus I'm somebody who struggles to stay consistent. Imagine that. Now let's take like your nutrition, for example. Maybe right now the choice that you're making is every time that I am stressed, I am grabbing fast food, or I'm ordering DoorDash, or I am standing in front of the pantry and just staring blankly at it. We've all done that. Now the pattern is emotional eating is what I turn to every time things get hard.
Yep.
Been there, done that. And I still, sometimes I'm like, I mean, the other day I was just stressed. And the first thing that I thought was like, I need chocolate. And I'm like, wait, Julia. I'm like, you're stressed about signing up for the show, booking the Airbnb, doing that. Okay, let's do that instead. Chocolate's not the answer. Let's solve the problem. So maybe the pattern is now you go to emotional eating every time that things get hard. And the identity attached to that is I am someone that just can't control myself with cravings. And that can carry into when you start focusing on your nutrition and you want to change your physique. Now you start saying like, I just can't control my cravings. I'm just not a person that can do that.
It's just like something you almost become like accustomed to instead of even viewing it like a bad thing or a good thing. Or
this is my identity. Yep. This is who I am. Now imagine if instead you went journaling, walking, meditating, just sat still for 5 minutes.
Faced your stressors head on.
Face the stressors head on. Like stop procrastinating on that thing first. Now the pattern is that you have found other ways to cope with the emotions rather than turning straight to food. Now the identity is you are somebody that takes care of your body, but also your mind.
Yep.
That's powerful, ladies.
Feels a whole lot better than feeling like you can't control yourself.
I know. And that's not, and I remember that feeling of like, thinking I literally have no control. I am out of control, but I'm the one that unfortunately is tasked with running this computer that we have all been gifted in our brains.
Yep.
But there's also the beauty in that we can, what's the word? It's a brain word. It's an actual brain word.
I probably don't know it then.
It's when you're able to, it'll come to me.
Okay.
Maybe not. Anyways, speaking of brain words, now say you have had a really rocky, your mindset around yourself, how you feel about yourself, your confidence levels, your ability to show up, like you're just being so negative. And the choice that you're constantly saying and making is like, I can never do that. You're always putting yourself down. A lot of people start their fitness journey. Some girls come into the Know Your Power program and say stuff like this, you know, like I just can never follow through. I always fail. I could never do what you do. And the pattern is now you avoid challenges or new opportunities because you already expect that you can't do that anyways. So what's the point of trying?
This was one I used to do a lot in a lot of different ways. Again, just like speaking like almost lies about yourself or to yourself without realizing the weight that holds. Where I even now sometimes say something about myself or my personality. What?
The word was neuroplasticity.
Let's go.
It's neuroplasticity. Got it. Yep. The ability
I'm glad
to
it came to you.
basically change your brain.
Yep. We love neuroplasticity over here. But I don't think I realized the weight it holds where even recently, I think I said something to someone where they mentioned something, it's not important, like the logistics of it all, but I had said, that's not my personality though. Or like, I'm too blank for that. I think I was like, I'm too introverted to do that. Gotcha. And I'm like, why am I putting myself in that box? I love people. Like I love talking to people. I'm not always introverted. It's just kind of like this picture I painted for myself. And I was like, then it made me reflect of, am I introverted by choice because I always tell myself I'm introverted, if that makes sense.
You're like, well, what if I was like,
I start analyzing myself.
Most like extroverted person. I have all of the energy in the universe. Like it does shift.
So I'm obviously not going to like fake it to an extent, but I was like, why am I already assuming I can't do something because of a personality trait I tell myself I have, if that makes sense. So even now, this is one of those that I reflect on because sometimes we don't realize what we say as we say it until we reflect and we're like, why did I assume that about myself or say that about myself or put myself down like that?
And also sometimes it's questioning like, where did this come from?
Exactly.
Is this actually me or was this something caught?
Yep. Sometimes someone says something to you and now it sticks with you. And now you're like, that's just how I am. Yeah.
I told this story at the Know Your Power retreat. This was actually the first year that I told it because it was a really like a healing moment for like me and my mom. But I had realized that one of the identities that I had kind of attached myself to was like, you're the creative one. You know, I am very creative. You know, out of my brother and my sister, like they were definitely way better in school. Like they kind of just more book smart than me, like got better grades than me. And I was always like in fashion class or art class. Like I even looked at scrapbooks of when I was little at my parents' house the other day. And it was like, I was just giggling because all my awards had to do with like art and like nothing to do with like, or like being like the teacher, like nothing to do with actually like grades or anything. But I had this identity that I was the creative one. And I was kind of thinking about where did this come from? And me and my mom kind of had this healing moment where my mom also believed that she was like the creative one. And me and her have so much in common in just the way that we operate through life. And the healing moment for both of us was me realizing that, oh, this kind of identity that I've attached myself to makes me believe that I can only be creative, but I can't be smart.
Yeah, it's like being creative isn't bad, but when you think you're only something that limits you.
Like my brother and sister are smart, I'm the creative one. So it limited me, especially when quitting my creative job of being a hairstylist and makeup artist, becoming an entrepreneur, didn't think that I was capable of doing it because I was the creative one, not the smart one.
That makes sense.
So it really does, if you let it, shape your reality. So let's say now, instead of saying like, I'm not able to do that, you say, I don't know how yet. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know what the what, when, where, why is, but we're going to figure it out. Everything is figure-outable.
That's one of my favorite sayings now. Actually, that's a book that I was sent, and it's a good one.
So now the pattern is that you lean into growth, learning, evolving, and your identity is, I'm somebody who can figure it out. I might not know exactly how I'm going to change my physique, you know, how to count calories and macros or create a workout program. I don't know how this is all going to work, but I'm going to figure out how to do it along the way. Yep. And that's way better than just like, basically, what's the word? Not removing yourself, but I guess the only word I can come up with is removing yourself. You're basically saying like, I already can't do it. before,
not even going to try.
Before I've even tried.
Yeah. Let alone succeed at it.
Yeah. And every time that I'll have like someone come up to me, maybe it's like at a expo or a show or something, and they're always like, I can never do what you do. And I was like, what do you mean? And they're like, I just could never. I'm like, so why are you already saying that you can't do it before you've even tried?
Yep.
The last one, maybe it's self-worth. And the choice that you keep making is you're breaking boundaries. This could be with yourself and with people, just to make them comfortable. Now, the pattern that comes with this is you're constantly overextending and abandoning yourself. Kendall and I recently had like a text conversation about us both doing this. Yeah. And it's not like we have terrible people in our lives that are like sucking us dry of energy. It's just like over committing and then be like, crap. Like
I had like 4 weekends in a row where it was like constant people and people and people. And I felt like my cup was now empty. Yes. So it's one of those, like, you just need to set boundaries, even with people you love and adore, to keep some energy for yourself.
Yeah. And that's a really hard thing to do because it's not, you might have incredible people that are filling you up in your life, but you have to first do that with yourself and be like, I know myself well enough to know that if I commit to blah, 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 I am going to be utterly drained. And sometimes you have to kind of do that planning ahead, even when in the moment you're like, I feel great now. Come 2 weeks, I'm going to have 3 brain cells. Yeah. I've had to do that lately.
We got tagged in a TikTok yesterday. I don't know if you saw it. A girl tagged us. The TikTok, I'm gonna butcher it, but it was something like, oh, I made those plans on a Tuesday afternoon with an energy drink in my hand.
Wait.
Like something like that. Where it was like, those plans are not for me.
Hold on.
Something like that. So she tagged us and was like, and quoted what we had said about this guy who made a similar video.
That's hilarious. Yeah. No, seriously. I was like, yeah, that was like, I had a meal in me. I had an energy drink in my hand.
That was outgoing Kendall enjoying the vibes.
I was like feeling all the gratitude and love in the universe.
Yeah.
And I was like, but now catch me on a different day. And the identity that comes with that is I'm somebody who puts everyone else first.
Which I think sometimes we can view as a positive until you realize how draining that is.
It is always viewed as a positive, like that you
being selfless.
I'm so selfless that I will, do anything for anyone, even if it comes at the expense of my physical and mental well-being.
Yeah.
I twitch.
Yeah.
Now, imagine the flip side. The choice is I say no and I honor my limits. And the pattern is now I am somebody that prioritizes my peace and my energy. This is not a selfish thing to do. Nope. And you could do this with people and yourself in a kind and loving way. And the people who are nice people, not crap people, will get it, will understand. So really keep note of how people respond when you start setting boundaries.
And sometimes if they do make a comment, it's because they love you and want you there.
Yes.
It's not always like a viewing you in a negative way. Just because they go like, are you sure? Yes. That doesn't mean like, oh, they're going to hate like, me for saying no.
Like I'm going to, exactly. I'm going to miss you. I mean, yeah, that's a good point. I never thought of it that way because someone's like, oh, what you mean? Huh?
No, yeah. That's how as soon as I cancel something.
Well, because it's your own guilt.
Yes.
That you're like, yes. I already feel guilty that I have to even say that. So if I get any response other than
fine, I'm going.
Okay, cool. Then I'm going to break down and cry from my own guilt. Okay.
Exactly.
Thank you for working through that with me. Now the identity is I'm somebody who respects myself enough to set boundaries and protect my peace and my energy because it is so important. This is one of the biggest things that I have learned this season in my bodybuilding prep, just how important it is to protect your energy in all aspects of what you're consuming on social media, who you allow into your life, the words that you're speaking, all of the stuff that's inputted into us every day. Most of it we're doing to ourselves, even just like me going to the gym in the morning and seeing all of the news and it's good to be informed, but it's just it was my realization, like it's literally everywhere.
Yes.
So this was a really important topic to me because I know that sounds very simple, but if there's something in your life right now that you really want to change, remember that you can't step into a new chapter while clinging to old habits, patterns, especially thought patterns.
Yeah.
Something needs to change.
Also recognize that you can't change your entire life overnight.
No.
A lot of these are micro changes of waking up on that first alarm or even that second instead of the third, like baby steps to improve to create the life you want instead of feeling like you need to uproot everything at once. Because as soon as, like we were saying, even the examples in these little changes create patterns, create identity, like little changes go a really long way.
They really do. And every day is just like, it's one powerful choice after another. And some days it might be like, I'm going to the gym. And some days it's like, I'm talking kinder to myself. Another days it's like, I'm wearing like that outfit that I really was, uncertain of doing. The next day it could be, I'm saying no to going to this dinner with friends because I'm just tapped out. Like it looks different, but just like in the gym, we got to put the reps in all these areas of our life. And if nothing changes, nothing changes. So start
get that
making
tattooed
those
on me.
Yeah. If nothing changes, nothing changes.
Nothing changes.
That would be a cool one. I still need to do my Know Your Power tattoo, but I'm like trying to plan it with like not competing.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to like have like a fresh tattoo and then
I've
like
thought about
get
this.
tan on stage and like get it in my head. I'm like, it's gonna get infected or it's gonna be gross.
For my brand, I really want to get a spider on me, but same, I'm like, do I get it now? Because I'm far enough out where it would be healed.
You could totally get it now.
But then I was like, or do I just wait for post show? I don't know. So yeah, I've been debating.
She's gonna get it a year from now. Okay.
Probably. I've already been thinking about this one for like 6 months, so I feel like I'm finally
we got 6
at
more
the
months. Okay, cool. We're halfway there.
6 months, I'll get the tattoo.
Yeah, I think that I definitely want to do 2. Is it a quarter sleeve?
Half sleeve is right. I don't know.
Quarter sleeve would be like hand.
Like hand.
Yeah. Then a half sleeve. Yeah.
I think we both want half sleeves.
Yeah, because competing.
I never really want to go for bicep or
elbow
shoulder.
to fingertips.
Yes.
I think so that we don't cover our muscles for stage because it does make it a little hard to see. But hopefully you guys got something out of this episode. We love you all so much. Next week, you know what I'm doing right now? I am setting my boundaries.
Yes.
I might feel pretty good now, but I know I'm going to be, how many days out next week?
At the time of filming, you would be 2 days out or 3 days out. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to do a solo episode. I might not do one at all.
I was going to say, even if your boundary is Kendall does 2 episodes or we skip one.
It might be, we might do no episodes, but I am setting future Julie up for success. That for you. So, yeah.
Because you're someone who respects yourself.
I respect my energy. And I love you guys so much. We love you guys. I'm sorry I keep doing that. I'm just like, Kendall's not here. This is just about me.
We love you guys so much.
And you are more powerful than you think.
Bye.